presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman who can leap tall buildings at a single bound, race a speeding bullet to its target, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice. But before we join Superman, listen.
And now to our story. Following the mysterious trail of the Silver Arrows, Clark Kent, Jimmy Olsen, and Tumbleweed Jones entered a cave near the ghost town of Dead Man's Gulch and found the third arrow hidden in a bleached buffalo skull. Like the two they had found previously, it was engraved with a rhymed riddle. Since darkness had fallen, Tumbleweed suggested returning to the ranch and went for the horses, leaving Kent and Jimmy in the cave. A moment later, however... But wait. Listen.
Gee, Mr. Kent, I certainly hope
Jimmy, that sounds like Tumbleweed. Come on.
Mr. Kent, what was that?
Jimmy, stand back. Here.
I can't see. Mr. Kent, what happened? Where are you?
I'm right here, Jimmy. There's been a landslide. The entrance has been blocked.
Blocked? And we can't get out. We're trapped.
That's what it looks like.
Golly, what are we going to do?
Take it easy, Jimmy. Take it easy. We'll get out.
But how can we if the entrance is blocked? And what about Tumbleweed? Why did he yell for help?
Wait, one thing at a time, Jimmy. That cry of Tumbleweed's may have just been a warning to us.
Wish I was sure of that.
No, wishing isn't enough. Got to find out. Let's see. You stay right where you are, Jimmy.
Mr. Kent, where are you going?
I'm just going up ahead to have a look at the entrance.
Well, can't I go with you?
No, you might bump your sore shoulder in the dark. You stay right there. I'll be within earshot.
Okay, but please keep on talking to me. It's so dark in here, and there's all these buffalo blows around me.
All right, Jim. This is a job for Superman. And that puts me in a spot.
What'd you say, Mr. Kent?
Nothing, Jimmy. I was just mumbling to myself.
Oh. What does it look like up there, Mr. Kent?
I'll have to fool Jimmy and make it look easy. Why, not too bad, Jim.
What do you mean?
Well, there are a couple of small rocks here. I think I can move.
You mean you can make an opening big enough for us to get through?
I think so, Jimmy. You just sit tight now.
Well, here goes. As Superman, get this boulder first. There.
Sure you don't want me to help you?
No, sir. You stay where you are.
Okay.
There. Now these. Something must have happened out there to make Tumbleweed yell for help the way he did. Yeah. Not much more to go now. Gotta make it fast. Just a few more of these big rocks. There we are. Through.
Mr. Kent, I just felt a rush of cold air.
That's right, Jimmy. There's an opening now. We can get through. Come on. But be careful.
How did you do it?
Well, it wasn't too difficult. Never mind that. We've got to find out what's happened to Tumbleweed. All right, get down low now. Scramble through.
Okay.
Take it easy. There you go.
I'm out.
Good. Here I come. There we are.
Golly, what do you suppose has happened to him?
I don't know, Jimmy. Tumbleweed! Tumbleweed!
What was that?
Just an echo. Let's go up to where we left the horses.
Mr. Kent, could someone be living in Dead Man's Gulch?
Well, Tumbleweed said it's deserted. So did Hopeful Jake, that old prospector.
Yes, I know, but I wonder.
What?
Well, too many queer things have been happening. That scream I heard, and then Tumbleweed's cry for help, and
Jimmy.
then...
Wait.
What is it?
Shh, quiet. I thought I heard something. Wait a minute. No, it was just the wind. What were you saying, Jim?
Oh, I was saying that queer things have been happening. Well, I know this is supposed to be a ghost town, but...
Oh, we'll find Tumbleweed. Don't you worry.
Look.
What?
Over there to the right.
Where?
Mr. Kent, isn't that a big hole in the ground?
Oh, yes. It looks like it might be the opening to a mine shaft. Let's have a look, Jim. Yep, that's what it is, all right.
Yes, and I'll bet you were thinking the same thing I was.
I guess so, Jimmy. But Tumbleweed's not down there.
Well, try shouting for him again, Mr. Kent.
Okay. Tumbleweed! Tumbleweed!
Not even an echo this time.
No. Tumbleweed! Tumbleweed!
Gosh, what can we do now?
Well, there's only one thing to do. Search those broken down shacks up ahead there. How about you? Do you feel like running?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
Well, here we are at the sheriff's office.
You keep your eyes and ears open, Jimmy.
I don't mind telling you, Mr. Kent. I'm plenty worried.
Yeah.
My heart's right down in my shoes.
I feel the same way, Jimmy.
Gosh, this place really looks like a ghost town in the moonlight.
Uh-huh. Wait a minute. I'm sure I heard something that time. Listen.
I don't hear anything but the wind.
Wait. Tumbleweed! Tumbleweed!
Echoes enough to give anyone the creeps.
Shh, quiet. Do you hear that? It's coming from that building over there. Follow me.
I still don't hear it. I heard it that time.
Someone's in this building. Now look, Jimmy. You keep close behind me and be very careful because it's dark in there and the floorboards may be rotted. Hang on to me if you can and stop when I tell you to. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. I'll open the door. Let's go.
Sounds like it's coming from the back. And see? There's a door to some kind of a back room there.
Yes. Watch that hole in the floor. Watch it.
It's Tumbleweed.
Yes, thank heaven. We're coming, Tumbleweed. Here's the door. No, it's locked. Stand back, Jimmy. I'll have to break it down.
Be careful, Mr. Kent.
I will. There we are. Tumbleweed, where are you?
Over there, Mr. Kent, in the far corner.
Yes, I see him. Come on. All right, Jim. Help me untie him, will you? I'll take this gag off his mouth. You untie his legs, will you?
Okay.
Careful, though. Get this knot open here. There it comes. There we are. Oh, Tumbleweed. Well, what happened to you?
Phew. Oh, thanks, partner. Oh, sure is good to chap my jaws again. I was beginning to get a mite cramp.
There. Your legs are untied.
Thanks.
Wait a minute now. Get your arms.
Gee, Tumbleweed.
There.
I'm glad we found you.
Well, no gladder than what I am, Jimmy. I sure am much obliged to both of you. Reckon a few more hours of this would have made me stiffer than a pair of Sunday go-to-meeting shoes.
Who tied you up like this, Tumbleweed? What made you cry for help?
We were coming out of the cave to see what had happened to you, and all of a sudden an avalanche closed up the entrance.
Reckon he must have done that, too.
Who, Tumbleweed?
Why, the same hombre what laid me out
Who
cold.
was it?
I don't know.
Now, wait. Suppose you start from the beginning and tell us exactly what happened.
Well, when I left you to fetch the horses,
Yeah?
I didn't get more than 50 paces from the cave when, quick as a bucking bronc, some hombre reared up back of me. I seen him out of the corner of my eye, but before I had a chance to do more than let out a yelp, I felt like a mountain come down in my head.
Jeepers. You didn't even get a chance to see who it was.
No, sir. Went out like a candle in a storm. Well, when I come to, here I was, all roped up like a calf, ready for branding.
Oh, was the man who did it in the room when you came to?
No, didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Gee whiz, it's lucky Mr. Kent heard you.
I reckon it is. I heard you hollering for me. I thought I did. And then I started letting out my vocal cords as much as I could with that gag muffling me up.
Gee, we had no idea what happened to you. Well, I think we'd better start back to the ranch.
Not till I find the ornery hombre what left me with this headache.
But it's pitch dark, Tumbleweed.
Yes, Jimmy's right. You can't go prowling around here at night, certainly. Now, we'll come back in the morning and take up the trail of the silver arrows where we left off, huh?
Well, maybe you're right, Mr. Kent. It's time we had some chow anyway.
Boy, that reminds me. I sure am hungry.
So am I. Oh, say, incidentally, Tumbleweed, you know the solution of the riddle on the third silver arrow depends on you.
That right?
Mm-hmm.
Reckon I wasn't listening when you read it last time. What's it say?
Well,
Well,
let me
let's see
tell
it.
him, Mr. Kent.
Huh?
I think I remember it. It said, pace 7 to the south, then face the east. Shoot this arrow where the sun shines least. Is that right?
Correct, Jimmy. You got a gold star for the... What's that?
Why, that's the same thumping I heard before.
What do you mean?
It went on for about 10 minutes after I come to.
Oh?
And stopped just before you busted in here. I I forgot to tell you about it.
Golly, maybe it's the bird who tied you up.
Let's find out. Come on. Here's the stairs. Follow me.
Okay. Careful, Jim. Them steps ain't strong.
Stop.
Yes, that's funny.
Sure is queer. Might be a critter thumping his tail.
Well, we'll see.
There. It started again.
Uh-huh. Here's the head of the stairs. And there's the room the sound's coming from. Be careful now.
Don't take no unnecessary chances, Mr. Kent. We ain't got no guns, you know.
I know. Don't you worry about me.
I found a candle and some matches downstairs. Want me to light it?
No, not yet, Jim. Here's the door. I'll try it.
Darnation. That thumping stopped again.
Never mind that. The door's not locked. You two stand back out of the way, flat against the wall. I'm going to open the door.
What will Clark Kent find in the second-floor room of the ghost town shack? Who or what is responsible for the weird thumping? The mystery of the Silver Arrow seems to be deepening, so don't fail to tune in again and follow each thrilling adventure with Superman.
Don't forget, tune in again for the next thrilling episode with Superman.
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.
Welcome back. Well, this is turning into a very tight story. I have to admit that they do well with, I think, the shorter stories just because it makes them focus. They can't jump all over the place. And in this case, it's pretty simple. This is going to be wrapped up in 7 parts. So Superman's not going to fly off to Moscow to get some borscht or something like that. Well, we do have one comment on Podcast Alley. Sure, Superman is Superman, but Adam Graham's comments set this podcast apart from the others. Love to hear Adam's take on the old-time radio Superman shows. If you don't come away with a smile after hearing Adam's comments, then you need Superman's help. Well, thanks so much. And if you enjoy the show, cast your vote for it on Podcast Alley. We'll be back next week with Part 4 and Part 5 of this very exciting taut story. So join us back for that. Comments, send them to Adam at adamsweb.us. But from Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.